All right. Hello, hello. Are we live? I think we're live. I hope we're live. Let me check my phone. Audio check. We are live. Audio check. Audio check. Very loud. Good, good, good. Nice and clear. All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to RPG Nights. I do apologize for starting like 20 minutes late. That was completely my fault. I created something additional in OBS Studio, another source, and I was trying to fiddle with it, and I sort of did something incorrectly, so I had to reset that setting just before stream. Otherwise, we started 3 minutes early rather than 22 minutes late. But have no fear, we are here now, and we are still getting in our full 3-hour stream. Though, if you have been here for the past all Demon Souls streams on this channel, you know that we never hit that 3-hour marker. We typically pass it. I think the shortest Demon Souls stream we ever did was the very first episode of our Demon Souls stream. I think that was like between 4 and 4.5 hours. Every stream thereafter was like 7, 8, 10, 12 hours. So we'll see how long this is going to go on for. I think this is probably going to be one of the shorter streams though, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But before I get into exactly what we have planned to do tonight, let me go through the opening announcements to allow our other viewers the opportunity to join us for tonight's show. So, excuse me. I am your host, Lord Orfeo. I stream 6 nights a week from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock US Eastern Time. Note that the end time to each of my streams may always be extended. It really just depends upon my personal energy level, the level of enthusiasm we have for whatever it is I happen to be streaming that night, and the amount of content there is to be streamed. Also note that I stream a little something different for each and every night of the week. Mondays are typically indie games, Tuesdays are retro games, Wednesday in Discord we watch anime, and then afterwards here on Twitch we have a Just Chatting stream going over gaming news and community updates. Thursdays are dedicated to role-playing games. Fridays are typically dedicated to AAA games. Saturdays are dedicated to spooky games. And Sundays I take off. So if any of those stream themes are of interest to you, then I encourage you to drop me a follow, and I hope to see you sometime during the week. And with our opening announcements now out of the way, let us return to the stream of the day. And I did clean my cleaning cloth here. So yes, we are here for RPG Nights, and we are continuing with our new Game Plus playthrough of Demon Souls. This is the OG, the original Demon Souls, not the remake, and we are playing it on original hardware. This is not an emulator, for those who are curious. This is the actual PlayStation 3 itself. Tonight's stream goal. We aim to do a few different things. So we are going into the Shrine of Storms via the Archstone of the Shadowmen. At the end of last stream, we did actually dive in and defeat the Adjudicator boss. So he's done with. But that was just, we kind of made a beeline for the boss. We didn't really do much else. And there are a couple of other things that I want to do. So the first thing I want to do is I want to free Grave Robber Bly. We didn't do that. After that, we're going to head to the Archstone, probably the more traditional route. We're not going to warp out and then warp back in. But we're going to head there and What was I thinking? Oh, and we are going to free Sage Frake. Then we shall return to the Nexus, where we can use the Soul of the Adjudicator to learn a new miracle, because we are going for the Platinum Trophy. And in order to get the Platinum Trophy, we have to learn every spell, every miracle, and craft every weapon in the game. So, it might take a little while, but I'm fine with that. And yeah, towards that end, we're going to learn a new miracle. And I'm pretty excited because all the boss souls we're going to earn tonight, we'll be able to do something new with that we haven't been able to do before, which has not been the case in previous playthroughs with New Game Plus bosses. After we learn the miracle, we are returning to the Isle of Storms. I call it the Isle of Storms, not just the shrine. And we are going to make our way to the second boss, the Old Hero. We're going to hopefully beat him. And then we are going to try to turn his soul into the large Sword of Searching. See how close we can get with that. And then afterwards, we are going to return once more to the Isle of Storms. We were going to fight the Storm King. And then see if we can craft his soul into the Morion Blade. Or it might be called the Morion Sword. And that would conclude our night. So that doesn't sound like a lot. I really don't know if it's going to be a lot. Kind of depends on how long it's going to take for us to get to the Old Hero, because he can be kind of a pain in the butt to get to. But we'll see what happens. So let's do this. I will be checking the audio. I did have to adjust that as well. So you might get a little echo or a little feedback when I do. I'll let you know before I do test that out. Now, since this is the OG, it takes about a minute. The game tries to dial into the official server. It doesn't realize the official server has been shut down. So it keeps trying for a little while, and then there you go. It says it can't connect. You're going to have to play in offline mode, which is fine. We've been doing that for most of our playthrough. You can see now we've been playing for 279 hours and 44 minutes. We are currently soul level 140, which is awesome. And I was really, really nervous about New Game Plus. I really was. I was like, man, I heard, depending on the source that you use, New Game Plus is supposed to rank up ratchet up the difficulty of New Game by between 50 to 70%. And I'm like, oh boy, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. But no, sure enough, we did it, or rather, we are doing it. And it's not as difficult as I thought it would be. Yeah, I sense the increased challenge, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. But if I am right, well, or at least if I have scheduled everything correctly, we should be beating New Game Plus of Demon Souls in another 3 streams. So I'll run that through with you right now. And I'm not going to go through all the specifics, but I'll just show you what I have planned in general. So again, tonight we're just knocking out the Archstone of the Shadowmen. Next Thursday we're going to knock out the Archstone of the Chieftain. And then we're going to start going back through all of the Archstones and trying to kill the merchants in each Archstone in order to drop our character tendency from pure white, hopefully, to pure black. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. I hope we will, but we'll see. Should we do that, we will undertake the Mephistopheles quest. Then we'll return to the Archstone of the Small King. I forget what it's called in the remake. It might be like Archstone of the Avarice King. It's something that means greed, I know that. Or the Avaricious King, I really don't remember. And then from there, we're going to beat the game. So, fun. We have our next 3 streams planned. I believe that that means by the end of this month, we'll have finished New Game Plus of Demon's Souls. And then in October, we'll start it again with New Game Plus Plus. But all right, let me get my earbuds, and we will begin. Also, I have been doing a lot of thinking, perhaps even too much thinking, regarding Demon's Souls, if such a thing is possible. And I have actually sat down and thought about what spells to use for every level area and against every boss. And I made a list. Oh, that's right, hold on. I wanted to check the audio here of the capture card. But music needs to play. Let's go. There we go. Let's go. There we go. Let's go. There we go. Let's go. There we go.
Thou seekest soul power, dost thou not? Then touch the demon inside me.
Okay. So we have checked the audio. We are good. We are not going to worry about that anymore. If the audio does seem off to you, let me know, and let me know how it's off, and I will work to try to correct that. But all settings should be what they once were before I started messing around with things. Oh, I was going to show you something. That's right. I'm sorry. Okay. So this is my smartphone here. And as you can see, maybe you can see, I'm not really sure. Let me move it. There we go. I don't know how much of that you can make out. But that's, actually I can enlarge it on my end. So I can tell if you're seeing it or not. Oh, you can. That's pretty good. But you see Demon's Souls, spell, loadout, and I have Phalanx, and then I have like Soul Arrow, Soul Ray, Fireball, Homing, Soul Arrow, and I have that for every single like boss in the game. And I didn't look this up, I did this myself. Because I had a question as far as like, well, what should I use and when, basically. And oh, hold on, that's something up here. Ah, J-Dog is here. Hello, J-Dog. Welcome, welcome. There we go. That is much better. Actually, that is much, much better. I didn't know I could do that. Let's see if I can do this. That is so much better. I just figured out something new in OBS Studio, sorry. How are you doing, J-Dog? I hope you're doing well. I like you always come in with a new cat avatar. But yes, I sat down, I just really thought about this, and I was having a discussion with some other streamer friends of mine, some other Soul streamer friends of mine, about which spells might be best where and what loadouts might be best, and I got pretty mixed replies. And so I figured, you know, this is probably something that there's probably some degree of subjectivity to it, mixed with objectivity, and so I just tried to figure it out for myself, and I think I made a pretty good list. but
Soul of the mind,
let's type
into
in
life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended.
There we go. All right. And now, should we reach our soul goal, we can level up. So we currently have 29,263 souls. In order to level up, we need 130,895. All right, we'll keep that number there. Okay. I think we're good. All right. And if something seems to be off with the graphics, please also let me know. Like I said, though, I think we have everything adjusted the way back it should be. And actually, I'm going to dive into my stream one more time on my phone. I'm not going to bring up the audio, though. I'm just going to look at the image. Okay, it looks fine. It looks fine. All right, let's do this.
I shall await thine return, slayer of demons. I am here for thee, and thee only.
The Shrine of Storms. The island shrine of the Shadowmen, who worship storms and mourn the dead. Here, the storm beasts fly above the souls of the dead. Wait, what? Here, the storm beasts fly above. They should put a comma there. And the souls of the dead inhabit empty skeletons to move about freely. Okay. Now, we are in pure white world tendency, which is why we have the Master Swordsman Satsuki in the background. We're going to leave him alone for right now. And we're going to start off using Fireball. Now, if I'm right, based upon how I've built my character, I should be able to one-shot most of these skeletons with Fireball. We're not going to use Fireball against every enemy. Not the archers, anyway, but the swordsmen, we're going to be using the Fireball. Up to 30,000 souls now. Also, if you're interested in these spells and gear that I'm using, right now we're rocking the Wooden Catalyst by default, the Crisp Blade +5 for damage to our damage boosting for our spells, as well as just a good melee weapon. For our spells, we are using Flame Toss, Soul Ray, Fireball, and Homing Soul Arrow. And we also have the Insanity Catalyst as a backup. And then for mana regen, we have the Phosphorescent Pole +5. For our rings, we are rocking the, currently, I'll show you this real quick, and then we'll get into combat here. We have the Ring of Avarice, which I tend to only really, well, it's not true. Depending on the spells I have equipped, I may or may not use the Ring of Magical Nature, but I always carry it. I also always wear the Ring of Magical Sharpness for extra spell damage. If I get injured and I need to heal, or if I'm going to run through like a poison lake or a plague-filled lake, and I want something to help offset the damage I'm taking, then I'll equip the Regenerator's Ring. The Ring of Avarice I wear when I don't have to wear the Ring of Magical Nature and I haven't been damaged. Then I'll just keep on Ring of Avarice to earn extra souls. Or if I'm fighting a boss where I can, I think I can kill it pretty easily without taking damage or dying, then I'll throw on the Ring of Avarice towards the end of the boss fight by taking off the Ring of Magical Sharpness. So these are the 4 rings I always keep on me. As far as our healing items or our consumables, we have a full stack of Crescent Moongrass, Fresh Spice, 61 Soldier's Lotus to cure bleeding, 76 Royal Lotus to cure poison, and 22 Widow's Lotus to cure plague. Alright, it should be good. Let's go. And we've already talked to him before we talked to him, I think, after we kill the Adjudicator and we try to get out of here.
The Makoto chooses its owner. He who harbors self-delusions should at once be warned. The Makoto is no sword for the faint of heart.
In our normal mode playthrough, we offered him the Makoto, and then we had to kill him, and we lost World Tendency. So we're not going to do that this time. I'm afraid you're just going to have to live without your cursed sword, my gray-haired friend. Alright, back to Fireball. And we'll hang out and wait. These skeletons are really cool in that they taught me how to cast spells differently as a mage. Typically, you always try to lock on first and then you cast a spell, just to make sure that you have an established lock and you're not going to cast a spell that's going to miss. Skeletons are different. If you wait until they're within lock-on range while they're rolling at you, you're not going to be able to cast your spell. They're going to hit you too quickly and they're going to throw you out of your cast. So what you actually have to do is wait till they start to roll at you, and as soon as they start, that's when you cast your spell. And that means you start casting before they're within lock-on range. Once you've determined that they're within lock-on range, and if you're a regular caster, you can kind of determine how close an enemy has to be for you to lock on. Generally, it's just before you cast your spell. When I say cast, I don't mean like hit the button. I mean like the animation of casting the spell. Just before that animation goes off, that you try to lock on again. By that time, the skeleton should be close enough, and that's when your spell will land and kill them. So it's a pretty cool. It's get out of here. I had to learn that, and until I learned that for this map, I was just dying over and over and over again. I couldn't figure out how to stop it, and it was pretty neat that that I had to learn a new way to fight. Nice. Alright. Now we can save some mana and switch to Flame Toss. And there's always sort of, yeah, I think that was going to work. The first one always breaks the fence. There we go. Switch back to Fireball. Now there's 2 skeletons there. We have to lure them down one at a time. If both start coming at me at the same time, there's no way I can beat them both. Okay, only one is coming. That's good. If they do both start walking towards you, there is a workaround. And that is before they start rolling at you, just turn around and run. Sprint as fast as you can back through that stone archway, and eventually they'll just stop walking, turn around and walk back up the stairs, and you can try it again. So that's nice. We're not going to collect that item yet. We're going to take care of this final skeleton here. We cast, lock on. There we go. And now we can go back to Flame Toss. And so, some soul remains. I've done a lot of thinking about which spells to use and when. I said this earlier. And I've come to the conclusion... Actually, I need to go that way, but we're going to wait on that. I've come to the conclusion... I want to take these archers out first. Actually, hold on. Am I thinking the right thing? Oh, no, never mind. I got mixed up as to where exactly I was in this map. I do have to go forward. It took me a while to think about where... about which spells to use and when. Oh, that was good. Ooh, holy arrows. And there's generally 4 types of spells you always want to use if possible on a spellcaster in Demon Souls. The first one, depending upon the enemies you're going to be fighting or where you're going to be going, is your lowest tier spell. This is either going to be Flame Toss or Soul Arrow. In my opinion, you always want one of those. Again, it depends what enemies you're going to fight against in general. I find that upon the Isle of Storms, fire works better than magic, so I keep Flame Toss equipped for the smaller general enemies. And the reason why you want a smaller spell, let me put this on while I'm talking, is because you want to be as mana efficient as possible. Now, yes, you can have mana restorative items such as spices. You can have mana regenerating items such as maybe a Crescent Falchion, or maybe something like what is it called? A phosphorescent pole. I'm like, what am I holding? To help regenerate your mana. That's all of those are recommended. But depending upon the encounters you come across, you really want to try and be as mana efficient as possible. And the best way to do that... Uh-oh. Ah! Gotcha. The best way to do that is to use spells that are only as powerful as they need to be to take out the enemy. And for quite a lot of enemies, such as the enemies you first meet in some areas of maps, or in this map, the archers, I can easily take them out with a single shot from Flame Toss. Flame Toss is only 9 mana. If I go up to anything else, even Soul Ray, that's 15 mana, so I'm using up more mana than I should. And yeah, you always want to try and save your mana. Now, since I took some... Oh, no! Forgot about that. Since I just took some damage, let me get some health back. We're going to switch off of this ring here for the regenerators for a few moments. That will get us some health back. And let's trigger this trap real quick. There we go. Now, if you're also fighting tougher enemies, and you can get to the point where they can't attack you, but you can still attack them with your magic, I would still suggest to always use your lowest tier spell. And the reason for that isn't... Well, it is mana efficiency, but it's mana efficiency in more than that the spell costs low mana. But when you do the math, your lowest tier spells in this game, again being Soul Arrow and Flame Toss, deal more damage per mana point than any other spell in the game, with 3 exceptions, which we'll talk about soon. Okay, I can take off the Regenerator's Ring now. But, yeah, if you look at how much damage that spell will deal, if you look at the actual damage numbers, and then see how much mana it costs to cast that spell, and then you crunch the, you do the math, Soul Arrow and Flame Toss are the most damaging spells in the game. So why not use the most damaging spells in the game that cost the least amount of mana? Like, that just makes sense. It really does. Now this guy kind of he walks slow. He's like the Terminator, but he will reach you eventually, so you can't get cocky. So we are going to try to take him out. And we're going to go with Fireball as well. Oh, that sucked. They couldn't even go that far. Let's try that again. What the heck? Let's try it again. That works. That actually worked a lot better than I thought it was going to work. I thought I'd have to follow it up with a Fireball. That one-hit shot almost. One-hit KO. That's pretty impressive there. Some Soul Remains. Another Crescent Falchion +1. Half a dozen Soul Remains. So yeah, you always want to try to use those spells. There's Grave Robber Bly. What was I going to say? Oh, the second spell that you would like to use, and again, you can use whatever you want to, but this is how I think, and this is how I plan, will always be Soul Ray. And the reason why you always want to use Soul Ray, at least the reason why I always use Soul Ray, is because of its piercing ability. So if you have an enemy and another enemy standing right in front or in back, and you fire Soul Ray, it's going to hit one enemy, damage that enemy, pass through, and hit the second enemy. And it can actually hit multiple enemies. It can hit more than 2. And I've actually been in a situation where I cast Soul Ray one time, and I killed 5 enemies all at once. So in that situation, Soul Ray becomes more mana efficient than your lowest tier spells, your Soul Arrow and your Flame Toss. But again, it's situational. Of course, the more enemies you have lined up back to back, the more enemies Soul Ray can connect with, the more damage it's going to deal, the more mana you're going to save, the more time you're going to save. So because of its piercing ability, Soul Ray is always worth having. The third spell I always like to keep equipped is Fireball. And the reason for Fireball is it is sort of the flip side of Soul Ray. It does deal more raw damage than Soul Ray, though if an enemy resists fire, then it's not going to really do anything. But the reason Fireball is nice is it has an AoE. Now, it's kind of a small AoE, but it's still there. And if you want to see exactly the radius of Fireball, go to the Prison of Hope in Lathria and find one of the cells where a lot of prisoners are huddled together and cast one Fireball and watch them all fall over and die. So if you have enemies that instead of being one behind the other, if they are shoulder to shoulder instead, and they kind of have to be close, but if they're huddled up a little bit, and you cast Fireball, you're going to hit multiple enemies at once. And so that's the reason you use Fireball. So enemies, one in front of the other, Soul Ray, shoulder to shoulder, Fireball. The last spell I like to use is what I call, yes, J-Dog, the Fireball. Mage Fireball. The last spell that you want to use is the Boss Killer. That's what I refer to it as. For enemies who resist fire, then of course use Homing Soul Arrow. For enemies that do not resist fire, then that's when you use Firestorm. But if you use Firestorm and you keep this build with Flame Toss or Soul Arrow, and then Soul Ray and Fireball, and you replace Homing Soul Arrow with Firestorm, you're going to need 7 spell slots to hold everything, rather than just 6. And that's why I always keep the Ring of Magical Nature on me, so that gives me 1 extra spell slot. So, you know, these are just things that I just sat down literally and thought about for probably a good long time. And eventually I came to the conclusion of which spells I was going to use and which items I was going to carry. And yeah, perhaps I'm too into Demon Souls. I don't know if that's possible. But that's what I came up with. Yes! Shard of Bladestone. Now we have one enemy over here. What? That was cheating. You just passed right through the bricks there. Alright, let's go get him. No! I don't think I can hit him now. I was right. Thankfully, you can still... There we go. Climb back up there once you go down. Okay. Now, we're not done yet. I just wanted him to stop shooting me. I don't think these things respawn after you kill them, but I could be wrong. We killed one already. You have to come over here to get the key. There it is. For Bly, you can also just drop down here instead of triggering the trap. Copper key. And then just run all the way around. And there you go. And I'm just going to do this because having things out of order drives me a bit crazy. So, reorganize, copper key. There we go. Okay. Start regenerating more mana. The phosphorescent pole. Now, you don't really have to continue. I don't even remember what's in the other side of the castle. But we're pretty much done. I mean, if I want to, I could just turn around and just go back to the beginning of the map area. And I actually might do that. I think if you want them over there, there's some extra arrows. And then that glowing yellow item over there, I believe, is the Adjudicator's shield, but I already have the Adjudicator shield. So there's some really good items on this map. There's some good shields, there's some good swords. If you don't have them yet, I would really suggest exploring the entire map and finding everything that that you would want to locate. Also, Sparkly the Crow is here. We did come here, I think, earlier, almost at the very beginning. Oh, I thought that was an item. Oh, no. My mistake. Sparkly's up there. So, yes, if you would actually have to continue through more of the castle to reach Sparkly the Crow. Is he up here? No, you have to go... Oh, okay, so that's what it is. You have to go to that side in order to reach Sparkly the Crow to trade. But we don't have anything to trade right now. We might do that new game. We might do that towards the end of this game, the end of this playthrough. If not, we'll do it New Game ++. But yeah, let's just try and speed along. And I was thinking maybe we just go through the rest of the castle, but there's not anything to collect there. So to speed this up, we're just going to head back to the Nexus. Oh, fiddle faddle. Well, that's fine. I went the wrong way. I meant to press that button. But since we're going to go back to the Nexus anyway, it's going to reset our mana bar. It's going to bring it back up to full, so that's fine. Oh, double no. Double no. I say double no because I forgot about something. Now let's bring that out to start regenerating our mana again. So we got the key to rescue Grave Robber Bly, but we didn't actually rescue Grave Robber Bly. So we do actually have to go all the way back up there through the castle, make our way down, and save him. So let's do it. Then once we save Grave Robber Bly, we can get on out of here and then go rescue Saint Urbane. But we're going to try to do this the easier way if possible. And we're going to do that by coming down here. I feel like originally this was an invisible wall. Let's get Fireball ready. Let's trigger our trap. Okay. Ah, this is the wall. This is the wall. Look at that. Look how beautiful that was. Because they were both huddled up, nearly shoulder to shoulder. It just took a single casting of Fireball to instantly drop them both. That was awesome. That was pretty epic. Okay. Part of me just kind of wants to hang out here and wait for the mana to go all the way back up. I think if we go that way, there is another skeleton down there that will try to kill us. So we're not going to go that way. We can't carry anymore. I think that's Crescent Moongrass. Nope, we're here already. This is his Grave Robber Bly cell. Nice. Renowned Hero Soul.
You saved me. Can't believe I fell for that trap. I suppose I owe you now. I'm Grave Robber Blige. This I can provide you with useful goods. Who couldn't do with a little help down in these parts? This shrine was used in a ghastly ritual by an ancient tribe. They've long perished. Now demons have put the souls to work. At least here you're killing things that are already dead, like skeletons and shadow lurkers. That's what I like about this place. Better than killing those poor soul-starved humans, right? Better than killing those poor...
I don't think I have to buy anything from him. Nah. He does have some good stuff, though. But I did make it a point to buy everything that I could possibly buy from him during New Game.
Nothing suits your fancy? Well, don't be too frugal. A bit of indulgence goes a long way.
Alright. now that we saved him, we can get out of here. We can head back to the Nexus, and then we can head back to the Adjudicator's Archstone. I forgot the trap button was right there. I'm like, oh man, did I trigger it or not? I don't remember. Did I get the item that was over here already, or no? Unknown Hero Soul. I mean, if they're right here, I'll get them. 2 shards of Cloudstone. I think I might have to just drop those. I think I'm full on shards of Cloudstone. Oh. Another Uchi Katana. I kind of want another one of those. Oh, that was close, wasn't it? Yeah, that was weird. I don't know what happened there. We both lost picture on that one. Yes, return to the Nexus. All right. And while we're here, let's drop off some stuff. Maybe get some items fixed, and then we'll head back out. Hey, come on. Talk to me! Why won't you talk to me? Oh my goodness. No!
Then I shall await. I am.
I want Thomas. There we go.
Good. I was what?
Alright, deposit, renowned heroes. Actually, you know what? No. Okay. Shard of Bladestone. Yeah, we're gonna have to just drop that. Uchi Katana, Crescent Falchion +1, Holy Arrows. Okay.
We are indebted to you.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's get some stuff fixed.
I can.
Repair. Oh, nothing needs repair.
No interest,
Okay.
I can tell you.
And let's pop some souls. Renowned Hero Soul. That gets me 1,000. Unknown Hero Soul. That gets me 400. And, oh, we have soul remains. I was going to pop those. You can't pop those.
I was.
Deposit, 8 soul remains. Alright.
We are in.
We're up to 54,000 souls. Let's head back. Now, I feel kind of bad. We're not actually rescuing Grave Robber Bly just to rescue him to use as a merchant. We're actually planning to kill him at the end of this playthrough, but he doesn't know that. Alright, Adjudicator Archstone. Archstone of the Demon Adjudicator. The dead, given seals of the hero by the Adjudicator, are taken to the Shadowmen's shrine to be purified and mourned in the storm. So we're not going to try to reach the old hero just yet. Our new goal is to save Sage Frake. No, I'm sorry, not Sage Frake. We've done that already. Our goal is to rescue Saint Urbane. That is our goal. Oh, I almost fell that one. A Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. Nice. Does that look like I'm going to die? I feel like I'm going to die. Ooh, that was close. That felt close. Storied Soldier's Soul. I'm trying to hurry so those things don't do what they just did. And there's Grave Robber Bly again, since we saved him. 3 soul remains. Alright, we should be safe here. Let's talk to him and wear the Regenerator's Ring for a bit.
Hello there. We meet again. You look terrible.
Oh.
Cheer up. Life is an adventure. There's somebody I ought to warn you about. A fellow who lacks common decency. They call him Patches the Hyena. And he's the one that laid that trap for me. He's the kind of person who'd stab his mother in the back. If you happen to spot him, you'll be doing us all a favor by pulling him out of his misery. Have you been to the altar where sorcerers summon shadows? Well, I think someone may be trapped in the lower cavity. I heard them praying for dear life. Pity the poor fool. He probably fell for one of Patch's old tricks. Pity the poor fool.
Alright. He pities the fool. Let's see if we can help him.
Well, suit yourself. But a bit of indulgence goes a long way.
Alright, we're back at full HP. Back bending the Ring of Magical Sharpness. And we'll set Flame Toss. The Reaper. Okay. I like going this way and taking out these spirits first. And you can see I am using my most mana efficient spell for this, which is Flame Toss. And these spirits are, or at least they seem to me, to be weaker to fire than they are to magic. Go to Fireball. Lock onto the Reaper. I can't do that. Alright, let's do Flame Toss again then. Uh-oh. Ooh, that got a little close, didn't it? Nope. Good try, though. Good try. Okay, now I can lock on to the Reaper. Ooh, I got a little close there. And Fireball. There we go. I'm not sure if I killed him with the first casting. I thought I saw like a sliver of health left, so I cast another Fireball, but I'm not sure. And I know there's a delay where you have to wait for the Reaper to die before all of the spirits become dispelled. So, yeah. We might experiment. We'll probably want to experiment with that again later. Alright, this should be a pretty safe area now. Actually, we will. We're going to have to come back here anyway. 11 kunai. Let's get some mana back. Unknown Soldier Soul. And let's pop these. Storied Soldier Soul gets us how much? 2,000 souls. Nice. And an Unknown Soldier Soul gets us 200. Alright. 69,000 souls now. Shard of Dark Moonstone. Another Shard of Dark Moonstone. You can't carry anymore, probably Crescent Moongrass. We're not going to continue out this way, but there is something I want to pick up. Five Half Moon Grass, that's pretty nice. And I forgot this was here. An Unknown Soldier Soul. Ooh, that was close. Let's pop that. 200 souls. Unknown Soldier Soul. Another 200 souls. We'll wait on that. Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. Nice. Yeah, we're gonna wait on it till we come back. Well, should we? Hello. Maybe we got really lucky and there's a pure Bladestone right there. That would be pretty awesome. Nope, 2 shards of Bladestone. Ah, well. I think it's only the Black Samurai skeletons that, or the Black Katana wielding skeletons, that have the possibility of dropping a pure Bladestone. Alright, let's regenerate some more mana. And set up Homing Soul Arrow for the fight that is to come.
Oh, hello again. Hey, don't turn a cold shoulder. I didn't mean to do you wrong. Really? Come on now. We've got better things to fret about. That pit there is filled with treasure, but I can't get to it myself. Go on, have a look. It's more riches than I've ever dreamed of. What's keeping you? Have a look at that treasure down in the pit. Then we'll work out a way to fish it out.
a look at that treasure down in the pit. Then we'll work out a way to fish it out.
All right, Patches.
Don't hold it against me. Take your time, starving to death. Then I'll sell every last trinket off your corpse.
Deal with you in a moment. Can't carry anymore. I think that's some more healing grass. You know, I forget that this is the only time in the game, unless you hit him by accident in the Nexus, that you actually get to see Saint Urbane standing up. That's pretty cool. It's like a pretty cool, Actually, his Saint's outfit parallels Sage Frake's. They're pretty much wearing the same thing. Only his necklace looks like, almost like it has gold teeth attached to it, whereas the mages have like gold coins. It's interesting. 2 shards of Dark Moonstone. And let's talk to Saint Urbane.
Heavens! Fall for that little devil's trap. Well, I did the same. He fooled me, and now I am stuck here. The reverberations seem to suggest that we are connected to the outside. But dark, fearsome souls stand between us and freedom. But have no fear. God will cleanse us of evil. Pray with me. Umbasa.
Umbasa.
Heavens! Did you fall for that well, the river, but have pray with me. Umbasa.
Umbasa. Alright, 79,000 souls. We're gonna see if we can take him out with just one homing soul arrow, like we did with the other black skeleton. I don't think he's gonna try to dodge it. I think he's gonna let us get the first spell off for free, but we'll see. We will see. I could be wrong. Oh! Let's try it again. That was pretty good. Nice. 8,000 souls. Three chunks of Dark Moonstone and 1 stone of Ephemeral Eyes. And then we can come over here and the Magic Sword Makoto.
Oh, it's you. Did you cleanse the world of another dark soul today?
I did.
God has chosen you, and for that we are thankful. Umbasa.
Umbasa.
God has chosen you, and for that we are thankful. Umbasa.
Alright, let's get back to the Nexus. Unknown Soldier Soul. 200 souls. Ah, Indy's here. Hello, Indy. Second playthrough? Yes. This is my second playthrough. How you doing tonight, Indy? Shout out to Indy. Last casting Apex Legends. If you are looking for a good multiplayer game streamer, then who is very competitive, then check out Indy. And Jamera is here. Jamera has redeemed Hydrate. Hello, Jamera. Very well. Cheers to you, Jamera. Let's give Jamera a shout out. Last casting Borderlands Game of the Year Enhanced Edition. If you're looking for a very knowledgeable, very passionate Borderlands streamer, then check out Jamera. Indy asks, when are you going to level up that stamina bar? Not for a very long time, Indy. I may never level it up. I would like to, but I just have other priorities. Doing well on your way home? Nice. My first priority is to max out my magic, because the higher my magic, the more damage my spells hit for, and the melee weapon I'm using, the sword here, also scales with magic. So more melee damage, more magic damage. So yes, I want to max out my magic stat first. And right now, our magic stat is at level 75, and it caps at level 99. So another 24 levels to go, and then we'll start focusing on something else. I don't know if we'll reach that by the end of this playthrough, but we'll see, because we're kind of almost done.
You. Hey, look, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean what I said. Well, I mean, a man's got to make a living, right? Here, look. I can make up for it. There aren't many humans like us. We need to stick together. Here, take this as a token of my friendship. You've seen one of these before, surely.
Excuse me. Ring of Gash Resistance.
Come on, let's be friends. What do you say? No need to drag each other down.
Alright, now we're going to head back to the Nexus. Drop off some gear, get some stuff repaired, if we need to, and use up one of our boss souls. Oh. Alright, drop off some gear.
Thank God I was what?
See what we got here. Drop off the kunais, the soul remains, and drive safely, Indy. Drive safely. 3 stones of ephemeral eyes, couple shards bladestone, 4 shards of dark moonstone, 3 chunks of dark moonstone. I forgot about the shards of cloudstone. I'll have to remember that. The magic sword Makoto, ring of gash resist.
We are in.
Let's go into our inventory and drop those excess cloudstones. go. See if we can get some stuff fixed.
I can forge.
Repair. 8 souls to repair the sword. That's it.
You come back alive.
Alright, what's next? Oh yes, yes, yes. Let's go speak with Saint Urbain.
Thanks to you, I was able to seek refuge in this nexus. Now I stay here and pray, along with my disciples, for the heroes facing the demons. If you wish for benevolent protection in your fight against the demons, then bring me demon souls. I will cleanse them and perform a miracle with their power.
Learn Miracle. And there it is. Regeneration. Miracle from the Demon Adjudicator's soul. Recovers the user's HP a little at a time. This miracle is a countersign against the Pagan Adjudicator, who devours humans. Oh.
Yes, I see. I certainly cannot force you to do anything. But you must remember this. A demon soul is a source of evil.
I forgot to withdraw the soul.
Thank good I was worried.
Well, actually, I didn't forget. I wanted to see if I needed it. Like, when you have weapons craft, you don't need to bring the stones with you. They can stay in at the smithies, or not the smithies. They can stay with Stockpile Thomas. But I guess for the use of boss souls, you actually do need to bring them with you. Here we go. Swollen Demon Soul. Soul of the Demon Adjudicator.
We are indebted.
Okay.
Oh, is that you again? Do you have further gifts to offer? If you truly are a disciple, then you must have a talisman in God's image. Heavenly miracles occur in Boletaria through the talismans. God has granted this accursed land with a special power. It is God's way of telling us we must stand up to the demons. After the dark art spread across the land, holy miracle was witnessed once again. The will of God is clear. We must defeat the demons, annul the curse of Boletaria, and purge the evil magicians who manipulate those accursed souls. As you know, souls are a source of evil power emanating from the demons. King Allant was overcome by a lust for such power, and has placed Boletaria in her present predicament. Old Frake and the Candle Maiden are no exception. We must defeat the demons and
Alright, learn Miracle. Regeneration. Yay!
God bless this brave warrior. Umbasa.
Umbasa. Alright, I can mark this one now. Oh, wait, wrong one. Alright, we now have the Regeneration Miracle. 7 out of 12 miracles learned. Awesome. Alright. Now, hold on, let me see. Do I have both open? I do not. All right. Old hero. We're changing our boss killer spell. Okay. So we have to make our way back across the Nexus. Back to Yuria.
Are you here for more witchcraft? Very well. I shall help however I can.
And we are doing Flame Toss, Soul Ray, Fireball. Oh, I can't. Forgot about that. Oh, that's irksome.
Thank you. Whenever you are in need.
This is when you have to change our rings here. We have to take off the Ring of Avarice and equip the Ring of Magical Nature. Now, we can do it.
Are you here for more? Very well.
Remember spell, Flame Toss, Soul Ray, Fireball, Firestorm.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're ready. Beautiful. Okay. Now our next goal is to make it to the old hero boss. Before I do that though, I have to use the restroom. So give me a few minutes and I will be right back. How are we doing on coffee? It's a little low, but we'll be all right for a bit. And yeah, hopefully that will go smoothly for us. How long are we streaming now? A little over an hour? Not bad, not bad. All right, BRB. Oh, I almost tried to leave with the mic attached. we are back. Thank you for your patience. Hello, hello. My bladder has been emptied. So now, let us slay some demons. Adjudicator Archstone. Did I read this already? I did read this already. Alright, let's head back and try to make our way to our next boss. Ah, General Organa is here. Hello, General Organa. General Organa has redeemed Stretch. Very well. Let's take a stretch break while we port over. How are you doing, General Organa? Depending upon how the rest of the stream goes, this might very well be the shortest Demon Soul stream we've ever done. My only plan here is to just beat this Archstone. And it's not really a large Archstone, it's actually quite short. It's difficult, but it's pretty short. We'll see though, we'll see. I want to say this run right here to the second boss is the hardest run in the game. So, we'll see how successful I'm going to be at trying to pull this off. And the other arm. Shoulder here. Organa says, good. Just waiting for my blanket to finish drying in the dryer so I can go to bed. Oh, that sounds nice. A nice warm blanket to wrap yourself in. Very nice. Well, I am looking forward to knocking out the rest of this level in Demon Souls and progressing further towards the Platinum Trophy. It does only take one fireball to kill him. Regenerate some mana. Let's head back down there. Oh no, I didn't. That's right. I was gonna say I forgot to drop off the what are they called? The Stones of Ephemeral Eyes, but no, I did that. The Shard of Dark Moonstone. Okay. The run. Let's see if we can take him out with Soul Ray. I don't remember if the enemies here... I don't think the enemies here respawn over and over again, but... unless you have a bow with very good range on it, I don't think you can kill these guys. They're too far away to lock on. Yeah, there's just too many of them. Okay. This is so messed up. I've lost over half my HP. So there was a trick that I saw another streamer do, but it was a trick in the remake. And what they did was they got one of those skeletons to roll, and they lure them to the edge, and the skeleton just rolls right off the island, and it happens every time. Maybe that doesn't work in the original. Which, if so, that's okay. That's not how I intended to take him out anyway. I was going to take him out with Fireball. Though, I could try, because Fireball might still miss. But Firestorm, actually Firestorm could also still miss, but there's a better chance that Firestorm will connect. But yeah, we're just gonna hang out here while our HP goes all the way back up, because apparently we can die in like 2 hits. So it's one of the reasons why this is the hardest run in the game. Enemies attack you that, again, unless you have a long-range bow, you can't kill them. So you just have to evade, you just have to run. And that is not something I like to do, and I'm guessing it's something that most Souls players don't like to do either. They want to, at least their first playthrough, they want to kill everything that crosses their path. But it's just not an option for me, because I don't use a bow. Okay. Alright, we're ready. Alright, we got the screen back up here. Let's do this! And hopefully take no damage. Did he go all the way back? He did go all the way back. Oh, that was close. Yes! Where's the other one, though? Oh, the other one must have rolled off the cliff. Oh, boy. Let's heal up again. Oh, we still have the regenerator's ring on. I forgot to take it off. Oh, well. Alright, so let's hang out here again while we get our health back and regenerate a bit of mana. We're at 100,000 souls already. How many souls do we need to level up again? 130,000. We're pretty close. If things go right, once we beat the boss, we should be able to level up again. We're gonna keep the pole equipped until we have to cast something. Yeah, only the archer's there. Nice. Ow. Oh, here come the gold skeletons. What's up, guys? How you doing? I wonder if they're going to follow me all the way back up. They're still there, still there. Rah. Yes! Now you like that. So cheap. Let's do it again. Heal up and regain some more mana. That was pretty cool, though. We cooked them both with Firestorm. We need like another 20,000 souls to level up. Alright, once we get full health back, we'll drop down, see what the gold skeletons dropped. Then we'll run near the archer died, pick up the item that's there. And then I think we can just run around the corner and dive into the first hallway. Now what's even worse about this area, especially for a mage like myself, is that the spirits we're going to be facing use magic, and it's very strong magic. And because of the items I have equipped, I am weak to magic. So they could potentially one-shot me. I don't think they will because I have so much HP, but I'm pretty sure they can two-shot me. So I'm going to have to kill them extraordinarily fast. I don't know if I'll be able to pull that off, but we'll find out. So I'll probably, as of right now, toggle to Fireball, just to be safe. I'm also surprised that Firestorm was able to hit that far away when we cooked those two gold skeletons. Alright, looks like we're back at full mana. That's good. We're almost back at full health. Okay. Here we go. Chunk of Bladestone. 2 shards of Bladestone. Storied Soldier Soul. Did it. Nice. Storied Soldier Soul gets us 2,000 souls. Wow. I did not know it'd get us that much. Okay, here we go. Actually, let's go back to Flame Toss. See how well this works. Couple of soul remains. And another thing that's really cheap here, actually let's go back to Fireball, is that when they cast their magic spell, it will actually go through stone, which is insane. Shard of Dark Moonstone. We're gonna run back. And the reason we're running back isn't just because we took a lot of damage, like a ridiculous amount of damage, but the spirit that we killed regenerates. Until you find the Reaper that's spawning them, they're just going to respawn. The spirit's just going to respawn over and over and over again. And that is a pretty big nightmare for us. So you saw it. That was a hard hit from that laser beam. We can be two-shotted. I think we're going to have to do something a bit extreme here, something I don't typically do. But this is New Game Plus, so it is kind of expected. We're going to have to take off Crescent Moongrass. We're going to need a much bigger heal than that. We're going to set Late Moongrass, which does what? Recover a large amount of users' HP. All right. We're back at full mana. That's good. Still waiting on our HP to regenerate. Lady Wolf! So much grass! Yes, I know. This is New Game Plus for me, so I racked up a lot during the standard New Game. But how are you doing tonight? Shout out to Lady Wolf, last casting the Demon Souls remake. That is where I first met Lady Wolf. If you were looking for another Souls streamer, feel free to check her out. Good, just lurking in some streams and saw you were playing. Oh, thank you. What kind of progress did you make the last time you were on Demon Souls? This area, and I'm not sure if you've been to this area yet, or not as far into this area as I am, but it is a tricky area for me, specifically, because of how I've built my character. My character focuses on dealing magic damage, but because of the way that I have my character equipped, I also take a lot of damage from magic. And the enemies in here deal a lot of magic damage, so they can two-shot me, and it is proving to be a bit of a challenge, especially since they can regenerate. Alright, we're going to give this another shot here. I do want to peek outside and see if I can grab this thing, though. Can't carry? Oh, that must be a healing item. Okay. Alright, we're just going to go spam 2 fireballs and run. Look at that. Look how much damage that was. Take a grass. That's good. And sprint. Sprint again. And see if we can sprint a go. No. Oh, it hit the wall. What? He didn't get hit at all. And I just lost 115,000 souls. Oh my gosh. This morning you finally defeated the Flame Lurker and then the Dragon God in World 2. Very nice, very nice. What the heck? I know. Now I have to do that all over again. Alright, let's return to the Nexus. We're going to use a stone of ephemeral eyes.
Hello again. I'm keeping... You have a heart of gold.
They are so strong. Back to the Adjudicator Archstone. If I say in Stole form, they will one-shot me. Which means I can't beat the level at all. Which is crazy. Oh, you haven't been this far yet? It feels quite ridiculous at times. But it is fun. Ooh, I almost fell right off of there. But yes, I'm having so much fun with this game that I decided that I wanted to do, or go rather, for the Platinum Trophy! That was kind of close. Generate some mana, let's heal up. You attempted the Adjudicator twice and then decided you fared better with the Flame Lurker. I don't blame you. Don't blame you at all. Let's wait over here for a bit till we get our health back. Yeah, some of the bosses in this game and some of the run-ups in this game are quite difficult. Sometimes, if you just know what you're doing or what to do, it makes it a lot easier. Sometimes, knowing what to do doesn't make it at all easier, it just makes you dread it more. But it's still fun, nonetheless. And I know you're playing the remake, so the trophies in your game are different than my game. I think the trophies in your game are more fun. I know there's 2 that deal with multiplayer, and none of the trophies in the original deal with multiplayer, but they deal with a lot of crafting, which is something I tend not to be a big fan of. So there are lots of different stones in this game that you're probably coming across. Faint stone, blade stone, hard stone, sharp stone. I have to take a weapon and max it out with that kind of stone. And I have to do that with every single stone type in the game in order to get the trophies, to get the Platinum Trophy. So it's a bit of a grind. But other than that, I'm really liking it. I like the feeling of constant challenge. I like watching my character grow in power. I like the class system. I like how it's set up. I also like how, for most of the time, I never feel that the game is cheap. I feel that it's challenging, but I never feel like the game is completely unfair. Usually when I die, I feel like it's my fault. For real, I'm having a lot of fun on it. Nice. Ugh. Oh, let's regenerate some health again. I'm very hesitant to go out there because those flying stingrays right there, is that going to hit me? I think that's going to hit me. Oh, that almost hit me. If they hit me with 2 of their spikes, I'm dead. And I can't kill them. They're out of range of my spells. So I just have to not get hit. That was close, it was close. Ah. But yes, I have become almost a little obsessed with this game. I watch a lot of Souls streamers now. I like to see how they come up with different solutions to different challenges that they face in the game. Sometimes I see things, I see strategies implemented that I never would have considered before. And I see the frustration that sometimes I've experienced in this game. And but it's cool to see beyond the frustration, people actually figure out how to solve those issues. Firestorm. Did I get him? I got him. Oh my goodness. Lost over half my HP right there. Oh, I forgot I still had the health ring on. Now we wait again. This looks familiar? Yep, this is what you have waiting for you once you beat the Adjudicator. I'm looking forward to seeing you tackle this challenge. Now, if you're a tank, if you're a knight, or maybe a temple knight, this area might be a lot less challenging. Because a lot of the stuff that attacks you here uses magic. And like I said, I'm weak to magic. But if you're a tank, depending on how you have your character equipped, you might be very strong against magic. And so this area is probably much, much easier. But that's also one of the things I like about Demon Souls. I like how each of the classes is balanced in such a way that certain builds will make certain areas of the game very easy. But those same builds put into a different level will have a much harder time against certain bosses and against certain run-ups to bosses. And I remember that I watched a YouTube video where someone rated all of the bosses in the game in terms of difficulty, and got all my mana back. And the 3 bosses that they rated as the hardest bosses in the game, I beat 2 of those 3 on my first try, and I beat the other one on my second try. But one of the easiest bosses they had on their list took me 8 tries to beat, and it was actually the hardest boss for me in the game. And That's because the person who made the video was a tank. They were a knight. And so they had a completely different build. And so for them, my hard bosses were easy and my easy bosses were hard. And it's cool to see that kind of balance in the game where it takes into consideration not only every build, but every kind of permutation of a build. I really like that. There's a lot of thought that was put into Demon Souls. And I also like the tendency system. And I'm not sure how familiar you are with the tendency system. I'm not going to talk too much about that because I don't want to spoil it for you. But it's kind of like the layers of an onion. There's a lot of depth to Demon Souls. Arguably, there's a lot more depth to Demon Souls than some of the other Souls games. Particularly because the tendency system wasn't really well received by the community, and some people just didn't really understand how to use it. Alright. And so it was taken out in all future Souls games. Why I still have the ring on? Alright, here we go. Heal again. Yes, classes make a big difference. Yes, they do. I do like, though, that if you want to, if you like get totally obsessed with this game and this becomes pretty much all you ever play, you can keep going through New Game Pluses over and over and over again, and you can eventually get to the point where the game starts to become easy, which I think is pretty neat. So people have said that every time you go into a New Game Plus, this game gets harder. But New Game Plus 5, so New Game Plus, 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 is the last time the game's difficulty goes up. After that, it doesn't go up anymore. Which means, once you get into New Game Plus 6, you can potentially start to become more powerful than the enemies around you. And you can actually level up your stats to the point where every stat for your character is capped at level 99. That's a lot of levels, but if that's something you want to do, you can do it. I know some people who are on like playthrough number 27 or 28, and they have like extremely high stats almost across the board, where they're wearing really heavy armor, wielding a really strong melee weapon. They have strong magic, they have lots of HP, lots of MP, and they're just running through the game on really high difficulty levels. But because the difficulty stops scaling after New Game Plus 5, they're sort of able to catch up, and they're able to sort of overcome those difficult hurdles, which is really cool. You're not sure you'll be able to stay sane doing that? I can understand that as well. Okay. Let's go back. Finally take that off. And let's see about killing that archer. And then we have some other enemies to fight. Oh, he's still alive! Let's get the goldies to follow us. How you doing? Ooh. Oh, one of them died. Got the second one. I guess maybe the first one fell off a ledge? I don't know. Let's get down here. They can actually still hit you through there, which is crazy. All right, we made it. We're back to where we died. Yeah, okay. And we'll wait to get back our health and HP again. This is a slow trek. Some people completely ignore this, and they just run. They just run through the entire level and dodge roll, and I think that's really cool to do that, but I don't have those kind of skills, and I don't really feel like developing them. You answer the question of the week. Favorite game or game series of all time? Metal Gear Solid 5. Nice. Your screen name makes sense. Lady Wolf. Is that from Sniper Wolf from the Metal Gear series? I haven't played Metal Gear Solid 5 yet. The only Metal Gear game I've beaten so far is the original Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation 1. And I really liked it. I beat it multiple times. At one point I could actually speedrun it because I was so familiar with the game. And I would eventually like to go back and replay it and try to play through the entire series. It's a really high quality series. Even Metal Gear Survive, which is supposed to be the worst Metal Gear game, and was also not worked on by Hideo Kojima. That was after he left the company. But yeah, I would like to play the entire series and see how it evolves over time. With me, I would say the Darksiders franchise is my favorite game series of all time. I really like the story. I like the mythos behind it. The combat is fun. I like how each of the unique characters in every game controls very differently and has a very different play style and has their own unique goals and personality quirks and characteristics. And I like how all of their stories intertwine and reflect upon each other's character differently throughout the series. You know, they had remastered editions on PS4 of Metal Gear. You also really like Metal Gear Rising. Nice. Yeah, I think actually yesterday, I think we were talking about Metal Gear on stream. And I commented that I read an article that brought up a very interesting point. And that is, if you want to play most of the Metal Gear games, you can play them on a multitude of systems. But Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots, has only ever been released on PlayStation 3, which is really weird. I never thought about it before. So you actually need a PS3 to play that game. And I think that's pretty wild. Like, it never got ported to PS4. It's not on PS5. Like, why? I mean, a lot of the other games did, but it's weird. They need to port it, I agree. You've never played the Darksiders games? They're pretty good. I would say wait for a sale. They do typically go on sale for between like $5 and $7 a piece. But and sadly, there's no demo. I always recommend you try before you buy, but that's not really an option here. But you could always, hop on YouTube and look at some gameplay and see if it's for you. They are third-person hack and slash action games, action-adventure games, with some light puzzle solving and platforming elements. So, you think that might be up your alley? Check it out. See what happens. Okay, alright. Let's... I guess let's put the ring back on. Alright, so how are we going to do this? Just try the same strategy? Just run up, get hit, and cast Fireball? What I could do is I could try to roll through the laser beam and then cast Fireball twice and see if that works. Let's do that. We'll see what happens. We'll stand back a little bit. Nope, that didn't work. Fireball. Fireball again. And he's dead. Heal. Sprint down. Sprint across. There's the next one. There are our souls. He's dead. Heal. Heal again. Awesome. Where are you? There's the Reaper. Hello, Reaper. We got him. Oh, those spirits coming up the stairs at me. Oh, we did it! We got all of our souls back. That is so awesome. Shard of Dark Moonstone. We're not done yet, though. He summons most of the spirits to kill you, but there are... see, there's one right down there. He's looking at me. Dagger. Ah! He's waiting on me. He's waiting me to come down. I don't want to disappoint him. Let's go say hello. Let's heal up, though. Get Firestorm ready. Yes! That's what you get. Let's get out of here. As long as you stay in there, they'll just keep spawning and chasing you. Getting closer. Oh, come on. Come on, we got this. Do we got this? I think we got this. I hope we got this. And then we got one right there. Look at that. Is he coming at me? Does he see me? I don't think he sees me. And I don't think I can be hidden here. Alright, let's heal up. Oh my gosh. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Trust your instincts. Good advice. Good job. Thank you. You got this. I am trying. This is the last hard part. I might just try to run through this, but I don't know. I don't know. No, I think I'm going to have to fight. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to fight. Once I get through this room, though, I think I have, if my memory serves, I think I have one more room, but it's a much easier room. And then I fight the boss. And the first time I fought this boss, the boss that we're trying to make our way towards, he killed me the first time. Because I was trying to be a balance between offensive and defensive, and he wiped me out. And when he killed me, I was like really irked. And so I went back and I just went full offense. I unloaded everything I had and I beat him. So this time around, I don't know. I have some different abilities than I had before. I might try to be mostly offensive. But if it looks like I'm taking too much damage, then I will just go all out. We're almost back at full health. There we go. Let's re-equip our correct rings. There we go. And now let's wait for our magic to regenerate. So we have enough power to get through this mini dungeon area. Oh! But for me, this is the hardest part of the entire game. This little run through, except for one other area. But again, that's the other area I'm thinking of is if you mess with world tendency. And if you don't do something correctly and you choose to fight a particular being in pure black world tendency, it is very possible for them to just destroy you repeatedly. One enemy in this game, not even a boss, an optional enemy that you don't have to fight at all. It took me 40 tries to kill this optional enemy. And it never took me that many tries on any of the bosses in the game. And I think that's pretty cool too. Like, that boss is a hidden boss. And you have to actually find it. And I was pretty proud of myself when I beat it. The person didn't carry anything that I wanted. Well, they didn't carry anything I needed. But I just wanted to beat them just so I can say I beat every enemy in the game. And they also drop a unique weapon, and they drop a unique armor set, which I can't wear. But it was a good fight. I enjoyed it. It was frustrating, but I enjoyed it. All right, we're almost there. We almost have full magic again. So I think we have to go kill him. I think he fires a laser at us as well. Then we can go downstairs. And I think there might be another big guy like that downstairs. Another Reaper. And then there might be some more small lady phantoms. And then I think that's it. Then we go to the final room. And we might play around in there a bit, and then we'll just go hit the boss. But the final room is like, it's super, super easy. You just have to be mindful of things around you. Well, gotta run. Have a good night. See you next time. Alright, Lady Wolf. Thanks for stopping in. I will see you again in my stream or yours. Alright, full magic. Let's do this. We're going to try Fireball. Actually, how powerful is Flame Toss here? No, I'm not even gonna try it. Because if he shoots that laser and it can cut through this stone, I'm not gonna have enough time to toggle the Fireball and shoot more of those. Let's just go with Fireball. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, come on. Oh my gosh, heal. Oh no! Got him. Heal. Yes! The other spirits were respawning behind me. Oh boy. Shard of Dark Moonstone. That was so crazy. You know what? I don't think anything spawns down here. Like, I think once you kill the Reaper, you're safe for now. So before we go anywhere or do anything else, since we have this opportunity, and I'm nervous because I'm not sure if this is really the case. I'm not sure if we're safe here. I'm going to keep kind of looking around to make sure nothing's sneaking up on us. Okay. 162,000 souls. How many do I need to level up? 130,000. I can level up right now. But if I leave, I have to fight through all these enemies all over again, and I really don't want to do that. So, we're going to keep pushing forward. As far as my strategy for fighting against the old hero, in New Game, I relied solely on Fireball. And it worked. It took a while, but it worked. I think what I'm going to try this time is rely almost entirely on Firestorm. And so I'll run up, I'll cast it, and then I'll sprint away as fast as I possibly can. And hopefully, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe Firestorm will actually be able to one-shot the old hero. I don't think so. But I mean, it's possible. In last Thursday's playthrough, we used Firestorm to one-shot the Fool's Idol. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe it'll work. Maybe it will work. Alright, we've got full HP. Let's re-equip the Ring of Magical Sharpness. And we're back at full mana. Alright. Let's keep going. Oh, let's equip the right spells, too. I don't remember if this is the right tunnel that I'm thinking of, or if this is another evil tunnel area. Or even if this leads back outside. Storied Soldier Soul. Trying to peek around the corner here. Oh, this is it! This is the final cavern area. Right before the boss. This is the easy one. So here, there's only two enemy types. There's the glowy white spirits, that if you get too close, they will explode, and they are magic-based, so they can kill you. They can probably one-shot me if they explode on me. And then you have the slugs down in the sludge below. What I would like to do is to detonate all of the white spirits, if I can. Yes, just using Flame Toss. And I can torch a lot of these slugs. They're actually weak to fire, which is pretty convenient. They can also drop some decent stuff. They kind of also protect some decent stuff down here. I can't lock on there. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spirits. Let's work on triggering them each one at a time. Sticky white stuff. Alright, let's get ready here. It looks like one of them gets right up next to this sarcophagus here, or coffin. Here it comes. Oh, he almost got me. I didn't notice he was sneaking up on me over there. Alright, 4 left. More sticky white stuff. Shard of Sucker Stone. Shard of Sucker Stone. Sticky white stuff. Okay, that's this area done. Sticky white stuff. Sticky white stuff. Chunk of Dark Moonstone. Oh, well that was a complete waste of mana. That's fine. Let's go back up top, equip our pull to regenerate some mana, and see if we can cause any more of these other white spirits to detonate. Yeah, we should have 4 more. Alright, we'll go over there. Oh, crud. Here it comes. Oh, I ran too soon. I only see 3 spirits now. I thought there would be 4. Maybe I'm miscounting. Oh no! That's not exactly where I wanted to run, but it worked. Alright, it looks like we have 2 spirits left. And we're good. This area looks like it should be free of enemies, though. Uh-oh. There we go, now I can lock on. Gotcha. Oh boy. Oh, there are 3 left. I really hope I don't get to the boss and die and then have to do this all over again. That would really stink. Two spirits left. And they're really what I'm worried about the most, because if you're not paying attention, they can just kind of sneak up on you and potentially one-shot you. Okay, so they passed right along that bridge right there. I'll try to go after that one next. Boy. Storied Soldier Soul. 1 spirit left. Ah, hello again, General Organa. Is Blanky done? Oh. Hydrate and stretch very well, Organa. Cheers. I'll stretch in just a moment. I want to make sure that I don't die. I've made it very far. And I want to make sure that it wasn't for nothing. I didn't come through here and fight all these enemies just to die to a... Oh, there it is. No, I don't like this. I do not like this. Let's go all the way back to where it's safe, and then we'll stretch. Okay, we're good. We just got that one spirit that never comes this way. This far. And then we just got some more slugs to kill, some more stuff to loot, and then we fight ourselves a boss. Organa says, when you get all comfy in bed with the clean blanket and then realize the fan isn't on. Ugh, lol. Yes. Or when you get all comfy in bed and then all of a sudden you have to use the restroom. So then you have to get unsnuggled up. That's irksome too. Do the other one again. I wonder if we're going to be able to level up twice after beating the boss. Maybe. Storied Soldier Soul. 2,000 souls? Ooh, maybe. This is not a smart idea what I'm doing, but I'm doing it anyway. Extra 4,000 souls. Maybe we are going to be able to level up twice. That'd be pretty nice. Okay, all right. Let's continue. What ring am I wearing? I thought so. Let's take that off. Back to Ring of Magical Sharpness. Let's go trigger the last spirit. You went before you got in bed so you wouldn't have to get up, and you had to get up anyway because of the fan. That's how it is. That's how it is. Looks like it crosses right around here. Oh, that slug's coming for me. Ah! I thought it was going to explode. I ran too soon. Oh, he's too high. There we go. Oh my goodness. There we are. Alright, let's try this again. Yay! No more needing to worry about explosive spirits now. Another Stone of Ephemeral Eyes, nice. That balances out the one we used to re-solidify ourselves. Did I get all this stuff down here? Oh yeah, this is, I'm going backwards. I thought I was going to the left. Oh, I forgot about these two. Shard of Suckerstone. Oh, that's it? There was nothing else over here? Aww. No! Regenerator's Ring. There we go. Alright, so I guess that's everything then. Let's get back up there and continue forward. Anything over here? No. Ah. Morgana asks, so what is Orpheo's favorite game or game series? Well, throughout the years it has changed, but as of right now, it is Darksiders. I am a very big fan of darker, more serious games that draw on biblical mythos or sometimes horror mythos like vampires and werewolves, stuff like that. And I used to be like really, really big into Devil May Cry. That was my favorite franchise. It kind of, as far as franchises go, it probably started with Final Fantasy, because Final Fantasy is all about fantasy. And then it shifted to Devil May Cry. And then it stayed that way until Capcom tried to reboot the Devil May Cry franchise. And I really didn't like the reboot. But Darksiders, I sort of became familiar with, and that has become my favorite franchise now. And I have played through every game in the Darksiders series. And I got a Platinum Trophy in one of them. So yeah, Darksiders would be it. Each game in this series is really good. And the stories to all of the games do tie into each other in a pretty cool way. What about you, Organa? I would guess for you, it would be Star Wars. But I mean, just because Star Wars is your favorite, or perhaps your favorite movie franchise, doesn't necessarily mean it's your favorite game franchise. I might also guess Legos, because I know you like Lego games. Legendary Soldier's Soul. Alright, so here's the plan. We are going to try to, let me see, make sure I'm wearing the right rings. I am, okay. And we're only really, we can't just stay there and cast it over and over again, realistically. How much MP do I have? 424. If I cut that in half, it's 200. Let's do it. We're going to go all out. The Insanity Catalyst. That cuts our mana bar in half, but all of our spells deal more damage. Alright. Hopefully we win this boss fight. If not, we are in a lot of trouble. I might actually rage quit. Organa says, my favorite game of all time is probably Super Mario 3. Good game. Very good game. I beat that game. I had to cheat, I'll admit it. But, good game. But my favorite series is a tie between the Sonic games, really, and the Lego Star Wars games. Ah, very cool. Very cool. Why are those three your favorites? Super Mario 3 is very creative. To this day, it's hard to find a platformer that is as creative as Super Mario 3 was way back on the Nintendo Entertainment System, which is pretty crazy because that's a very old game. With all the different power-ups you could get, with the way that certain items were hidden in the level. I mean, yeah, Metroidvanias do that, but Super Mario Bros. 3 is not a Metroidvania. It's just a straight-up platformer. And it's really clever, a lot of the stuff they managed to pull off. And items that could take you to different levels, or different parts of a level, like beanstalks, so you could climb into the clouds, and then you'd be just going through a cloud segment. Like, there's a lot of really cool stuff in there. But before this boss fight, I have to use the restroom, then I will be back, and we'll try to tackle the boss, and hopefully not die. I should be safe here. I don't think anything's going to sneak up and try to kill me. Not in the boss room. So I will BRB. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. If we are successful in this boss fight, I'll probably step away again, briefly, to refill my coffee cup. If I am unsuccessful, I'll probably rage quit, and then go fill my coffee cup. Either way, I'm gonna fill my coffee cup after this boss fight. Though after this boss fight, we don't really have a lot of stuff left to do tonight. We're gonna do some crafting. We're gonna fight the archdemon of this area, which is a lot easier than the boss we're about to fight. Then try to do some more crafting, and then that's it. We're done. And we are so far at 2 hours and 41 minutes. Yeah, we're gonna surpass 3 hours, but this is gonna be a pretty short stream, assuming we beat the boss. All right. Okay, here we go. Wish me luck. The old hero. I feel like you get to see more of his body in the PS3 original than in the PS5 remake. Alright, what I want to do... I want to wait till he swings his sword again. And so I want to sort of wait till he gets to one of the extremes. And then wait for him to turn around. And then hit him. And then sprint like mad. Swing the sword again. There we go. Oh my gosh, we did it! Dude! Firestorm! The demon was destroyed! You shall obtain the demon soul and a power that is beyond human imagination! 67,500 souls. That is crazy! That is... We one-shot another boss. Insanity Catalyst plus Firestorm one-shot the old hero. I have to clip that. I'm gonna have to do it afterwards, though. I don't have my clippy thing up. That is absolutely crazy. Make a note of the time here. We are 2 hours 44 minutes. I'll say 2:43. 2:43. One shot. Old hero. That is so crazy. So crazy. Alright, we'll do that after stream. Alright, let's collect some goodies now. Can't carry anymore. I think that's probably a healing item. Hero Demon Soul. "31 holy arrows." Kind of forgot those were there. I wonder if that means he's weak against magic. He might be. Might be weaker to magic than he is to fire. Well, no, not necessarily. This isn't really a fire area. This is a magic area. So I guess it would make sense that I would find magic arrows, not fire arrows, even if he would be weak to fire over magic. I think that's all the items here. We're not going to go through that area there, because that is the next boss fight. Let's go back to Flame Toss. Might as well go back to the sword here. And let us return to the Nexus. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness indeed. Hold on a second. Nice. All right, so I found another way to like reorganize my panels in OBS Studio. All right, yeah, where is she? There she is.
The secret soul power does that.
I do,
Then touch the demon inside
if you
me.
insist.
Soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended.
Magic power goes up by 100. Physical defense goes up by 1. All right. To level up again. That's not a lot of souls that we need. Let's punch that in. Clear 133 068 minus 112 869. We need 20,000, basically 20,200 souls to level up. You know what? I feel like doing that. Yeah, I do. Let's see, do we have any items?
Art thou them? May thine strength help the world be mended.
Yes, we do. A legendary soldier soul, which gives us 8,000 souls. That's enough. We get to level up again.
Thou seekest soul, then touch. Soul of the mind,
What?
key to its ether.
Oh, we got 8,000. We needed, what did we need? Like 20,000? Yeah, 20,000.
So the world
Minus
might be mended.
8,000.
So the world might be mended.
We need like another 12,200 souls. Okay, that's not bad. That is not bad at all.
I shall await thine return, slayer of demons. I am here for thee, and thee only.
For now,
Thank goodness I was
let's
worried.
put the boss soul away. I don't want to pop this by accident. Hero Demon Soul. Soul of the Demon, old hero. And more sticky white stuff, more soul remains. Another stone of ephemeral eyes. Okay. 5 shards of dark moonstone. A chunk of dark moonstone. 3 shards of sucker stone. A chunk of blade stone. 2 shards of blade stone. A dagger. Hiltless. 31 holy arrows. The Ronin's ring.
We are in to you.
Okay. And let's also go into our inventory and replace the late moon grass with the crescent moon grass. All right. And we need... Yeah, I think we can do one run and pull this off. And then I think we'll actually just go fight the archdemon. Ring of Avarice. We should only have to do one run of the Old Monk Archstone to level up. Hold on. Alright, I need to focus. Sorry. I spent so much time over these years. I don't remember how many years now it's taken me, or how many years of experience I've had so far with OBS Studio. But like I'm literally just learning how to organize my panels like right now, which is crazy. What's my world? My world tendency should still be, yeah. I was like, my world tendency should have dropped at the Shrine of Storms because I died once in body form. But then I beat the boss, so it should balance everything out. Alright, so that should do it. We need like 12,200 souls, and we got like 14,300. So we should just make it. Return to the Nexus. Ah, exciting stuff, exciting stuff. Let's clear that and find the Maiden in Block. There she is.
Thou seekest soul power, dost thou not?
I do.
Then touch the demon inside me. Soul mind, key to life's ether.
Alright.
Soul of the lost,
Upping magic to level 77. Magic power increases by 100.
So the world might be mended. Art thou done? May thine strength help the world be mended.
Okay. And yeah, we're down to 2,435 souls. We're gonna pull out. Let's do some crafting a little bit here.
Hello again.
We need our shotl. Shotl. Sword of wood and metal.
You have a heart.
Alright, now we actually have to upgrade this to +8.
I can forge.
Now let's repair equipment. There we go, let's do that first. Okay. Upgrade Shotl to Shotl +1. We need 3 shards of Sharpstone. That's fine. Okay. Shotl +2. 4 shards of Sharpstone. Shotl +3. Half a dozen shards of Sharpstone. Shotl +4. Half a dozen shards of Sharpstone and a singular large Sharpstone shard. We just need more souls.
You come back alive.
Alright. We're not going to put on the Ring of Avarice. It actually takes quite a long time to kill something once we take off the Ring of Magical Sharpness. So we're just going to go do another quick run of the Old Monk Archstone. And we'll be right back to continue trying to upgrade this thing. We are trying to forge the large Sword of Searching. We need to get the Shotl to +8, and then combine that with the Ah, Brandon is here. Hello, Brandon. Then combine that with the old hero soul, and we shall have our weapon. Shout out to Brandon. Last casting Borderlands 3. How are you doing tonight, Brandon? You are looking for another Borderlands streamer, really a variety streamer, but also someone who is very knowledgeable and passionate about the Borderlands franchise, then definitely check out Brandon. Okay. That should last us quite a while through our crafting. Brandon says, I'm doing good. That's good, Brandon. Good to hear. Ah. So what have you been up to today? Actually, I know what you've been up to. You've been playing more Saints Row. How's that going? Alright. There we go. Shoto plus 5. Half a dozen shards of sharpstone, and 3 large sharpstone shards. I hope I'm not going to have to farm for shards of sharpstone. Shotel plus 6, half a dozen shards of sharpstone, and a handful of large sharpstone shards. Yep, I am Shotel plus 7. I need another 4 shards of sharpstone, a handful of large sharpstone shards, and a singular chunk of sharpstone. Oh, but I think I can actually buy shards of sharpstone. I just have to go back to the smithing grounds and purchase them from the filthy man. But I forget how much he charges, though. I hope it's not expensive. I need 4. You know what? I'm not going to do that, because I think it's something ridiculous he charges. It's like 2,000 souls or something a piece. That is ridiculous.
Do come back up.
We're going to try and take a quick run of the Phalanx Archstone. And see if we can farm them up real quick. The shards from memory drop pretty quickly. Brandon says it's going good. That's good. Well, as you can see here, we are chugging along on Demon Souls. Really, we should be just about through with the stream. We only have one more boss to fight. It is a pretty easy boss. And so we're just kind of working on crafting. I think I'll probably work more on this crafting, though, off stream, because it's probably going to require grinding. But we're just going to take one quick run and see what happens. And then we'll go tackle that end boss if we do not get the items immediately that we need. Two shards of sharpstone, there we go, and 1 large hardstone shard. We need another 2 shards of sharpstone, and we'll have all the materials that we need to upgrade this weapon again. Nothing there. Nothing there. We got 2 more chances. Nothing there. Oh, we got something there. 1 shard of hardstone. Nope. Alright, so I'll just come back later off stream and grind this out. By next Thursday, and I will, if I remember, I'll make chat aware of this when we start streaming Demon Souls again next Thursday. If I was able to successfully farm the necessary materials to craft the large sword of searching. But let's head back to the Nexus. And we're going to deposit our goods. And then we are going to get ready for the next boss encounter. Let's see here. Okay. Let's dump our stuff.
I was what?
Large hardstone, sharpstone, mercury stone. We'll keep that honest for now, because I'm just going to hold on to that while I craft. Anything here to drop off? No.
We are indebted to...
Alright, something I do want to do before we go fight our next boss is change up my spells, which will allow me to wear a particular ring.
Are you here? Very well.
And I actually have to pull out a sword as well. I forgot to do that. Let's release. I wish there was some like release all button. I wonder if that exists in the PS5 remake. Ah, hello Iron Defender. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? You ask, have I tried the remake yet? I have not. I do not have a PS5, but I am on PS3. This is original hardware. This is my DualShock 3 analog controller. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the OG. I want Soul Arrow, Soul Ray, Fireball, and Homing Soul Arrow. This is also New Game Plus. What about you? Are you on the remake, or have you played both the remake and the OG?
Thank you. Speak to me again whenever you are in need.
And now I can change up my rings. Take off the Ring of Magical Nature for the Ring of Avarice. Nice. You had never tried the original, but loved the remake? Yes, I have seen the remake, and it looks absolutely gorgeous.
Thank goodness, I was worried.
What made you get into the Soul series? The Storm Ruler.
We are indebted.
And have you beaten the game yet? Oh, wrong one. Okay, the Old Hero Archstone. Archstone of the Demon, Old Hero. After purification, Hero's remains are offered to the Storm King. His wings cover the sky, and he is accompanied by storm beasts. with me, I never thought I'd ever get into the Souls series. I had a cousin of mine who played Demon Souls back on PS3, and he really seemed to like it. The answer: I first tried Dark Souls 1 on the PS3, I believe. I've played through all Soulsborne games since, including Sekiro and Elden Ring. Nice, very nice. Have I tried them all? No. This is my very first Souls game. I've never played any of the others. And this is my second playthrough of Demon Souls. But which Souls game is your favorite? There we go. Entering the fog. Oh, actually, I can turn this off now. There we go. Oh, awesome. It's hard to choose a favorite, but a close tie between Bloodborne, Sekiro, and Elden Ring. I've heard many people echo that. They say that they like Sekiro because of its extreme challenge. They like Elden Ring because of its open world, and they also feel it's the most accessible of all the Souls games. Another more holy arrows, and they like Bloodborne because they feel that Bloodborne sort of has the best of all the worlds combined in terms of like story and graphics and challenge and what have you. And they really love the way the game is balanced. So I think that's pretty cool. And I'm looking forward to playing them all, with the exception of maybe Sekiro. I'm not so sure about that. It is very different from the rest of the games in the series. But, the way that I got into the Souls series, like I said, I had heard that the Souls games were really hard, but I didn't want to play a Souls game just for the challenge. I didn't want to play it just because it was hard. That's not the kind of person that I am. Alright, I finally got one. Ooh, he is big. Look at that. Oh, you said, you found Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2 hard to get into. Sekiro is very difficult, but very rewarding. Dark Souls 3 is the best of the Dark Souls games, with amazing bosses. I found Bloodborne was the easiest, interesting, but the most interesting. That is interesting. Well, I look forward to diving into those other games. But, yeah, I had heard the Souls series was very challenging, and like I said, I'm not one to seek out games that are hard. And so I never thought I'd actually get to play any of them, despite hearing good things from one of my relatives who would swear by this game back on PS3. Can I get that? I can't get that. And so I just never... I think I did actually pick it up. I don't remember if I eventually, like, if he gave me his copy or if I bought his copy. or maybe I just went to a used game store and picked up a copy. This is actually it right here. This is the OG Demon's Souls PS3 copy. And yeah, I had it for a long time in my collection. I just never played it. Oh, welcome to our Magic Menagerie, Iron Defender. Thank you for the follow, Iron Defender. And there were 3 other streamers that I followed that were Souls streamers, but at the time, I didn't know that they were Souls streamers. Each of those streamers was actually streaming something else when I first came across their channel. There is Mrs. Brookie Kazooie, who I enjoy for her stream versatility. She likes streaming like really hard, dark stuff like Souls games, and really like colorful, bright, happy, family-friendly stuff like Nintendo games like Animal Crossing. And I love that kind of versatility. But at the time, I think she was just streaming a Nintendo game, like a random Nintendo game. Then there's Mr. Charles Q. Banks, whose stream I also very much enjoy. That did not do a lot of damage. Yeah, not a lot of damage at all there. Is he the only thing left out there? No, he's not. What is that pink stuff? Yes! But, oh, Mr. Charles Q. Banks, who was at the time streaming Anthem. And then there was Life of Pre, who when I came across her channel was streaming Doki Doki Literature Club. And I do like those 3 streamers, and like I said, I thought they were cool, and so I gave them a follow. And then I discovered that each of those streamers was actually a Souls streamer, and I watched them stream different games of the series. I watched some of them stream the Demon's Souls remake. I watched some of the Dark Souls games. I watched some Elden Ring. And it looked like so much fun to watch them play those games. I mean, yes, they were hard, they were a challenge, but it seemed like they were rewarding, that they weren't unfairly hard, that you could beat them if you took your time, paid attention, and just got good. And I like that, and I also like the fact that there's a lot of different classes in the games, except for Sekiro. There we go. Finally got him. I think it's just the boss now. Nope, I was wrong. What else? But yeah, I got to see them stream the different Souls games, or some of the different Souls games. I like the look of the bosses. I like the dark, gothic, medieval European tone of most of the games. Oh boy. Over halfway there. And so I thought, you know what? Why not try it? I mean, I own one of the games, so I might as well. And I popped it in, gave it a spin, and I completely fell in love with Demon's Souls. Like I said, I love the class system. I love the creativity behind the bosses. I love the environments. I love the story. I love the setting. I love the weapons. I love the spells. I just love everything about Demon's Souls. And what makes me more excited about Demon's Souls, or not Demon's Souls, but Souls games in general, is that I was told of all the Souls games, probably the least fun of all the Souls games was either Dark Souls 2, which you said was hard to get into for you, or Demon Souls. And so I'm like, really? Demon Souls is like one of the worst in the series? But I'm like totally in love with the game? Well, if that's the case, ooh. Well, if that's true, then I can't wait to play the other Souls games, because if they're going to be better than Demon Souls, that's going to be, like, awesome. Maybe one of the other Souls games will become my favorite game of all time. Ah, Creepy is here. Hello, Creepy. Welcome, welcome. Creepy asks, what do you call a duck with an MD? A quack. Ooh, good one, Creepy, good one. Creepy has redeemed. Hello, I'm new to stream. Well, welcome, Creepy. Welcome to the stream for the very first time. Again. For those new to the channel, Creepy is one of our mods and a fellow streamer friend, last casting Dead by Daylight. He also enjoys Phoenix Wright and science fiction games. So if you're into those, check him out. Let me see what else I'm missing here in chat. Okay. Iron Defender says, I think Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2 were just so different from games I was used to, and that made it more challenging. I see. For me, ooh. For me, I guess I actually have two things to say about that. The first thing is I was really, really worried right before I started Demon Souls. I stream a little something different every day of the week, or from a different stream category every day of the week, and Thursday is my day for RPGs. And I started streaming Final Fantasy games, and the last Final Fantasy game I played was Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin. And I've seen people say that that actually is a Souls-like game. It is a Souls-like Final Fantasy. And I beat Stranger of Paradise, and I don't like Stranger of Paradise. I didn't like the challenge, I didn't like the gameplay system, I didn't like the level up nodes. Pretty much outside of the graphics, I didn't like that game at all. I beat it because I was invested in it, and I didn't really realize I didn't like it until like 3/4 of the way through, but I did beat it. And having heard that it was a Souls-like game, I'm like, if I don't like a Souls-like game, then what does that say about me liking Souls? And so I was kind of nervous as to whether or not I'd actually get into it. We got him! The demon was destroyed! You shall obtain the demon soul and a power that is beyond human imagination! 96,960 souls. Thank you, Ring of Avarice. That is pretty awesome. I wonder if I can level up again. You know what? I bet we can level up again. Let's switch our weapons back. There we go. I forgot what I was saying now. New Moon Grass. Nice. Let me see if I can jog my memory about what I was talking about. Oh, right. Stranger of Paradise. Didn't like it. So I was kind of nervous going into Demon Souls, and like I said, I started up and I just completely fell in love with the game. And so I'm really glad I kind of stuck it out, because I was thinking maybe I'll try something else before Demon Souls and eventually come around to it. But no, I stepped into it, and I'm really glad I did, and I absolutely love it. As far as having experience with anything similar to Demon Souls, I would say that the closest thing I have to compare it to would be Monster Hunter. Specifically Monster Hunter Freedom Unite back on the PlayStation Portable. I really got into that game super hardcore. I invested literally thousands, well, not thousands plural, but over or around at least, a chunk of Cloudstone, 1,000 hours into that game, mastering all the different weapon types and crafting armor and learning monster patterns and everything. And so I think that's why when I started playing through Demon Souls, I actually first tried most of the bosses. Ooh, nice, another Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. And it's because the Souls games use the Monster Hunter formula. Now, from what I've heard, because I haven't played a Monster Hunter game since Freedom Unite, I played the original Monster Hunter back on PS2. I played Monster Hunter Freedom 1 on PSP. But I got the most into Monster Hunter Freedom Unite on the PSP. And, yeah, I can't get that. And, from playing that game, I learned basically the formula for Souls, because the Souls games, let me pick this up. Pure Cloudstone and a Storm Demon Soul. The formula for the Souls series is the exact same formula for Monster Hunter, at least the early Monster Hunters, in that you're typically weaker than the enemies you fight. Storied Hero Soul, to some degree you're slower, your defense is lower, your health is less, you have less magic power, your attack is weaker than the enemy's attacks, and even the basic enemies can kill you pretty easily if you're not careful. And, you know, that covers both Monster Hunter Freedom Unite and Demon Souls. And you also have to do things like everything you do, or pretty much everything you do, is tied to your stamina gauge, whether it's defending, dodging, attacking. You also have to kill creatures, and I'll let him get away this time, in order to obtain their parts to craft weapons and armor. And sort of in Demon Souls that's how it works, only you don't cut up their parts. Instead, you get their souls and use souls to purchase stuff, and boss souls can be turned into spells and miracles, all that kind of stuff. So the two games are very, very similar in some ways. And I think that's why, like I said, when I stepped into Demon Souls, I first tried the vast majority of bosses in this game because I had that background in something that's very, very similar. Hold on. Ironclad says, yeah, I think most people are turned off from these games because of hearing how hard they are. Yeah. But they are, for the most part, fair in the boss fights, and you can learn their moves, etc. after a couple attempts. Yes, and that's another way that's similar to Monster Hunter. Whereas in Monster Hunter, the way to win isn't just to brute force the enemy. The way to win is to watch the enemy, to see how it operates, to learn its attack patterns. And then you have to learn when to attack, when to fall back, when to counter. You have to learn its tells of when it's going to do certain things and how to react to those things. All of those skills Monster Hunter teaches you and can be carried over into the Soul series. Let's see if we can level up again.
Thou seekest soul power, dost thou not? Touch
But,
the demon inside me.
yeah, when I started playing through Demon Souls, if I were to just kind of rattle through the bosses, Phalanx, first try, though I think most people first try Phalanx, and I've been watching a lot of Soul streamers lately, and it seems like they do first try Phalanx, so it's not a big accomplishment, but not everyone does first try Phalanx. Creepy says Dark Souls 2 is not the best. Yeah, I've heard by many people it's the worst. And Creepy shouted me out. Thank you for shouting me out, Creepy. Yes, I was last casting Demon Souls. And Iron Defender says, sounds like you're on the path to becoming a From Software fan. Haha. I was already a From Software fan. I just hadn't played any of the Souls games. Yes, we can level up again. Awesome.
Key to life's ether.
Magic is going to 78. Magic power goes up by 100, and physical defense goes up by 1.
Might be mended. So the might be mended.
Very nice. Very nice indeed.
Art thou done? May thine strength help the world be mended.
But if I were to rattle through the bosses that I've fought, Phalanx first try, Tower Knight first try, Red Dragon first try, Penetrator first try, Blue Dragon first try, Old King Allant first try, King Allant below the Nexus first try, though most people first try him. Armor Spider first try, Flame Lurker first try, Dragon God took me 3 tries. Took me a little while to figure that out. Fool's Idol, 1.5 tries. I say 1.5 because Fool's Idol never killed me. I beat her, and then she respawned, and I found that you have to exit, or I did exit, the fog gate, and I found that Dreg Mage up top, killed him, came back down, and then killed the Fool's Idol again. So that's why I say it's like 1.5 times. Man-Eaters took me 2 tries. The Old Monk took me 8 tries. Like 8. Like that was pretty tough for me. And that's because I kept trying to cast magic and he kept dodging out of the way and he kept closing the distance, so I didn't have time to just cast my spells. So I just had to like try to fight him with my sword. And it appears the Old Monk has really high resist to magic, and the sword I was using is the Crisp Blade, which scales with magic. So it took a really long time to beat him first time through. Now, New Game Plus, he killed me once, but I discovered a good strat to beating him, and I'll just use that from now on. The Adjudicator, first try. Old Hero, 2 tries. Storm King, first try. Leechmonger, first try. Dirty Colossus, first try. Maiden Astraea and her Knight Garl Vinland, first try. So, you know, that's the vast majority of bosses in this game. First playthrough, first Souls game, and I first tried almost all of the bosses. So that made me feel pretty good. But like I said, I completely credit that not to me being like an awesome gamer, not to me being like super experienced with Souls games, because I'm definitely not. It's just having that background in something that's very similar, which was Monster Hunter, gave me the foundation I needed to come here and learn how to do all the things I needed to do in Demon Souls. Nice talking with you, man, and I'm glad you're enjoying the game. I've got to get some sleep, so take it easy and have a good one. Thanks, Iron Defender. I will see you again. Alright, let's get my stuff fixed.
I can
That's an expensive fix right there. Oh, that's it? Alright.
do come back.
Hello again. I'm keeping...
And deposit. Some new moongrass. Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. No, we'll keep that. Storm Demon Soul. Soul of the Demon Storm King. We'll deposit that. Chunk of Cloudstone. Pure Cloudstone. Both Storm Rulers. We'll hold on to that for now. Holy Arrows. Okay.
You have a heart of gold. Don't let them take it from you.
I'll try not to, Thomas. I'll try not to. But there's one other thing that Iron Defender brought up that I wanted to touch on. Oh, that's right, being a From Software fan. So yeah, my first experience with From Software, I think was... It was either Echo Knight or Tenchu Stealth Assassins on the PS1. And both of those games are developed by From Software. Echo Knight is a first-person adventure game, and it's actually my favorite adventure game of all time. And the ship upon which the bulk of the game takes place is called the Orpheus, and it's actually one of the 3 sources of my stream name, Orfeo. And then there was Tenchu Stealth Assassins, also on the PlayStation 1, and that is a stealth ninja action game, and that was really, really fun. And that's actually my favorite stealth game on the PlayStation 1. There were 3 big stealth action games on the PS1 back in the day. There was Tenchu, there was Metal Gear Solid, which ultimately won out, and there was Siphon Filter. Though Siphon Filter was more action than stealth. Metal Gear, you kind of got to choose, depending on your play style. Tenchu really hammered the stealth point home. And between the 3, yeah, I actually preferred Tenchu. And so yeah, those 2 games, they made me a From Software fan. But it's just not until now that I got to experience the Soul series. Because sleep is for rich people. Alright, so I do want to continue playing this, and I am going to continue playing this off stream tonight. There are a couple of things I want to do, but I fear it might bore people because it just involves grinding for materials and crafting. I currently have a... this way. I'm holding on to a Shotel +6. I want to get that up to a Shotel +8, and then I can use the Demon Soul of the Old Hero to craft it into the large Sword of Searching. Part of getting the Platinum Trophy in this game is I have to obtain every unique weapon, which means every boss weapon, and so I don't have that one yet. And then once we get through with that, I'm going to pull out one of my 2 Bastard Swords and begin upgrading that to +8, and then try to turn that into the Morion Blade using the Storm King's Demon Boss Soul. And so those are my plans for the rest of the night. But like I said, that's just grinding and crafting. I think a lot of people would find that kind of boring. So we are going to get ahead and we're going to call stream. But before we do, we are going to throw a host and a raid over to another streamer. And let's see. Okay. It's going to be Life of Pri. Looks like she's doing a Just Chatting stream. I don't know how much longer she's going to be streaming. She does work today. But she is one of my favorite streamers, and she's one of the streamers I talked about earlier that got me into the Souls series. Let me set up that. Well, actually, before I do that. Right now she's doing Just Chatting, and later on she might stream some God of War 2018. She's already a decent way into the game, but she's not really feeling it. But she started playing it, and she's not going to stop till she beats it. Basically, she kind of feels about God of War 2018 the way I feel about Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin. Like, it's really not for me. Like, that game, it really isn't for her. But she started playing it, she's already a good way into it, so she's going to see it through and finish it. But like I said, right now she's doing some Just Chatting. But before I throw the raid, I want to give some shout outs and some thank yous, or at least some thank yous. I've done shout outs already. So thank you, Creepy, for being here in stream. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you to Iron Defender for being here as well and keeping me company in chat, and thank you for the follow. Let's see, thank you to General Organa for being here. Thank you to Brandon for being here as well. Thank you to Lady Wolf for stopping in for the first time. Excuse me. Thank you to Indy for being here. And thank you to J-Dog for being here as well and keeping me company in chat. And also thank you to the lurkers for being here. because of you, I get to share my passion for video games in general and for the specific titles that I happen to be quite fond of, such as Demon's Souls. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay, perhaps my reactions to the game, or maybe a bit of both. But now let me go ahead and set up that raid, and then I'll make some closing announcements. Okay, so closing announcements. If you are looking for more Demon's Souls gameplay, then join me next Thursday, and we shall be continuing this playthrough, this new game plus playthrough, by trying to knock out the entire Archstone of the Chieftain in a single night. Will we be able to do it? I hope so. We'll see. Also know that Pri, the person we're raiding, has beaten every Souls game except for Demon's Souls and Bloodborne, because she is a PC gamer. But just last week, she acquired a PS5. So once she finishes with God of War 2018, she's going to start the Demon's Souls remake. And I am super excited to see her play through that. So some good Demon's Souls footage coming at you. The next time I'll be streaming in general will be this Friday at 8 p.m. US Eastern. We'll be starting a new game called Tales from the Borderlands, the first one. So if you like the Borderlands series, swing on by and we'll have some fun. So maybe I'll see you next Thursday for more Demon's Souls, or maybe I'll see you this Friday for Tales from the Borderlands, or in the next few moments in the stream of Life of Pri. Have a good night.